What's going on, people? Goodison here. Another career mode episode for you guys. We're into season 2. Well, sort of. I'm just wrapping a lot of things up at the moment in the season. As you know from the last episode, we won the league. And right now we're looking at youth stars to come in and be integrated into the first team. A lot of gameplay is fast forwarded. I don't want it to be another 30-minute video like the last video. I want it to keep it at sort of like 10 to 15, maximum 20 minutes an episode, just to get the seasons going quicker and quicker and quicker. I'm not going to go through a lot of gameplay compared to last season, because we're repeating ourselves in the Premier League games. As you can see there we are. We're just sorting out all of the players, improving them, seeing what we could do with them. You know, Williams will be deciding whether to loan them out, to sell them, or to keep them, because got a lot of players coming in from the youth ranks and I want them to improve. As you can see there's a lot of players that could be leaving the club. I've decided to leave it as that, just let them go. Guendouzi going up to 77 rated, if you just saw him. Bramwell selling. Perfect, not a problem. I'm speeding up the whole career mode process because I want to try and win the Champions League and then end the season winning the Champions League. So most of the gameplay will be Champions League and a few of the big tires. In the next episode you'll see me play against Liverpool, as you know. And I also forgot who won all these other competitions. Bournemouth won it, the FA Cup. Leverkusen won the European Real Madrid won the Super Cup. Atletico Madrid won the Champions League. Inter Milan won the Europa League. That was pretty much it. So a lot of shocks going in. You don't expect Atletico Madrid to go from winning the Europa League to winning the Champions League so soon. You know, and there we go. We're into the second season now. And I was looking at a lot of players. You know, only 2 players that were just clearing their stuff out. As much Nacho Monreal was going to Valencia, and I think Bramwell was going to Sion, I believe. If they somehow stay, then it's just stupid. But I was looking at both players, Messi, Martinez. I got to let one of them go. There's the Italian prospect from the French league, also known as the regen of Buffon, available. So I want to try and get him. I was also looking at players to the recall. You know, like Mazet Medley. I was just checking on them, just seeing how they could do. I did recall my man Nketiah, by the way. I want to give him a chance in the first team, give him a few run of games in case Aubameyang and Lacazette do get injured. As you can see, they were just scrolling through, messing about on this fixture pie list. You know, these games it's Palace, Leicester, and they're not going to be a lot of gameplay footage on it. Sometimes it's going to be fast forwarded, sometimes it's just going to be simulated, because I just can't be asked to play all of these games where the gameplay is shit. As you see there, Wednesday the 1st of January is the game against Tottenham. Obviously I'll play through that and show you guys that game. It's a big game, a lot of revenge needs to get through, and there you go. We go into the pre-season tournament. I'm not going to lie to you, I just simmed all of it, and I forgot to record the Simmons of it. As you can see there, Martinez left, Bramwell left, Monreal all of these players left. And we lost the first 2 games of pre-season. As you can see there, Lala coming in and Strakosha. We lost the first 2 games of pre-season, and I played kids. I gave the likes of Nketiah a chance, Reece Nelson, Smith Rowe, Strakosha and Lala the debuts. And it just wasn't working. We lost our first few games. I don't know what the result was against AC Milan, but and then we're just looking through the objectives here now: youth development, the brand exposure. These objectives are a bit stupid, because I get the youth development one, I get the brand exposure one. They're all fair ones, but to win the Premier League title, to reach the FA Cup final, and then to go to the final of the Champions League makes no sense. Yeah, we got 216 million transfer budget, but that makes no sense. But as you can see, there are lots of transfers to get through. Atletico Madrid wanted Williams. A lot of bids came in for Williams, and you know what? I bit the bullet. I let him go on loan. And there we go. Depay went to Lazio and he ended up scoring against us as Lazio beat us. AC Milan beat us in their first game as well pre-season. I just didn't want to show it because it felt a bit weird. But we do go into this game against Schalke, playing like Smith Rowe and KTR. And then you see Nelson impressing, get a 4-1 win. Elneny on his, I think his last game for Arsenal. You don't understand. The play that came for him was just crazy. But yeah, lots of transfers, and as you can see there, Lopetegui allowed me to sign Marco Asensio. Big signing available. We needed a walk-off player. Not that impressive as in Caromo. Not impressed with him in real life. Don't want to talk too much about real life Arsenal at the moment. That's gonna be for a separate video. And then yeah, we sold Lacto Xhaka for 28 million to Atletico Madrid. I could not refuse that. I also called this guy up, Billy Collins, 5-star skiller, has got big potential coming into the club. There you go. We've got Marco Asensio in, Xhaka sold, and we go into the game against Chelsea. Coming into the second half, I bring on Reece Nelson. Asensio, Smith Rowe, all these players got their debuts. But the one that stood out for me was actually Reece Nelson. He had a very good second half in the game. Look at this, what he does this. This is live on Gonzalo. It's not a bad left back. This is Christensen as well. Creates a big chance for himself. Unluckily, keeper saves it. And then they get this goal. So unrealistic. I've seen it so many times. But instead of moaning about it, I just continued. On. Played some good passing football. You know, Collins having a good game, sets up Nelson, and it's what he's got all about. The pace, the cross, the pass, what you just saw was brilliant from him. And then KTR gets his first goal of the season when I'm playing with him. And then we go into the penalty shootout, and it's just enjoy yourselves because it was wow. Giroud missed the penalty, Lala missed his penalty, Lacazette failed to score his penalty, David Luiz, probably one of the worst penalties he's seen. Keeper makes a good save on Maitland-Niles, then Azpilicueta, Strakosha denies him, and we finally score Nketiah, and then it all had to go down to Pedro and Feed. They score, you know, one more shot out of the dice, but we had to score with this one, and this is the young talent, Billy Collins. Imagine just being signed a week before the game and he scores the winning penalty to give Arsenal the first trophy of the season. Yeah, it's the Community Shield this. Yeah, it's a shit trophy that. It looks like a 50p coin. I don't care. It's a trophy. And that's what the big teams do. They want to go and win any trophy, big or small. And as you can see there, it won't be. I let him go on loan to Juventus. I felt if we don't sell Ozil, then we're going to use Ozil and let Iwobi get some game time elsewhere. Pleguezuelo also going on loan. Maitland-Niles failed to go to Sassuolo. And Elneny, 11 million for Elneny. It was a bit of a shock, but we had to take the offer. And as you can see there, that's the first team I've put out for the first game. That's what Palace did for their first game. Not a lot of recording because I just want to get this quicker. And already Asensio on his debut grabs his assist for Aubameyang. Brilliant finish. But then this happens. Similar like against Chelsea. They get the weirdest header into the back of the net. Like, fix up EA. But we then get the second goal. Zaha scoring against his former club. Being set up by Asensio for a second assist on his debut. A good debut from Spaniard. He's really good in game. He's actually really good. And I'm using Smith for a lot now, and he wins the ball here. And as I said, I'm playing Ozil now. I'm in Mkhitaryan, trying to get them all in some first team football. It's not going to be easy, but look at this football. Wenger would have been proud of that. Arsenal fans would be paying dollar for that. You know, I had to say sorry because it was just dirt. And then again, another good goal to make it 4. Bellerin in with the cross into Smith Rowe. And that's all she wrote. We win our first game of the season 4-1. 4-1. Not bad. And then as you can see, there's the deal with Chambers and Elneny. Yeah, I'm letting go of Chambers. I don't like Chambers. He's not good enough for Arsenal. He's been on loan twice. He got relegated with Middlesbrough, and I'm just like, nah. If we ain't gonna play him, and loan him all the time, might as well not use him. It's the same thing with Joel Campbell. As letting all these players go, Matt Macy as well, like, just see if he can go. Go to the second game of the season. Unfortunately, that was the only goal of the game, and we lost it. Really annoyed with that. We've got to do better than that, but lots of offers coming in, as you can see there. Bielik, Kolasinac, Linkwood moves away, Bellerin to Bayern, Lacazette wanted by PSG. I said no to those. And El Neni and Xhaka, I said yes, they can go. Chambers, I said yes, he can go. We'll try and get a last minute signing. I let Xhaka go so I can bring this guy in. Kondogbia is one of the best midfielders I've used in FIFA 19. I've imagined him having a brilliant season again at Valencia. So I've slapped in a £40 million bid on the Frenchman slash Central African player. Yeah, and now he's joining the club. And we go into the game against West Ham. I simmed it. See, I'm going to sim some of the games. We end up getting a 2-1 win. Mkhitaryan with a penalty. And then there you go. Kondogbia wanted to come to the club. Iwobi's been out on loan to Dortmund. It was either Dortmund or Juventus. I let him go on loan to. But yeah, there you go. Asensio and Kondogbia being the main signings, along with a few other youth players. We're going to try and get a new centre-back coming in before the window short stage. You can see we win our first Carabao Cup game. Look at the youngsters: Nketiah, Collins, Nelson, all impressing. 2 goals for Collins, brilliant. But that's the end of the episode, people. Make sure you like the video, subscribe. In a bit, people. In a bit, I'm out.